Here's Mary, who is an amazing cook. If you want to learn any kind of Mexican food or stuff like that, this is the girl to visit. So just let us know. Maybe we could do some, cultural dishes here too that are really good. We have some really super First Nation meals as well. And so anyways, I'm going to turn you over to Mary.
Hello, welcome everyone. Okay, so I'm going to be demoing the pecan pie. And you'll be having some pecan pie, and this is the recipe that I used. It's in the packet. And these are some of the ingredients. Okay, so it's going to be a little strange, some of the ingredients, because we are keeping it plant-based. So for the binder, we're using something different than traditional eggs that you would normally find in a pecan pie, I imagine, because actually I've never made a regular pecan pie. Anyways, okay, so first you would, so this is the tofu. That's the odd ingredient that I'm referring to. We've got extra firm tofu, and that acts as a binder. Oh dear, they're gonna make me put that on. Okay.
Not that one. Put it right up against the food. We're gonna ASMR this.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. Put it in here. Okay. Okay. Is that better? All right. So this recipe is about half of this block of tofu. So I've got it cut up here. Oh, I had gloves and I forgot to bring them. Oh well. So that's in my food processor. You could also use a blender. I like the food processor because it's easier for me to scrape it all out at the end. I find with the blender, the bottoms, mine is narrower at the bottom, and then it's hard to get everything out. I like to use all the stuff, right? So, okay, so it's tofu. Again, that's going to act as your binder, and thank you. And there's no cholesterol, so it keeps the pie cholesterol free. It's not sugar free though. We do have some sweeteners that are a bit healthier. It's not white sugar. It's not high fructose corn syrup. It's not white sugar. It's some a little bit better for you options. So that's the tofu, and this is just cold, unsweetened soy milk. That's going to go in here as well. The vanilla. How much vanilla? I think like a teaspoon, right? A teaspoon.
Mary, could you use any natural, like oat milk or something?
Yeah, you could. I'm pretty sure you probably could. Some are just thicker than others, but I would imagine it would all be fine. I think it's just to kind of blend this up, just to give it a little bit to help it blend up some. The brown rice flour. You could use any flour. I used brown rice to keep it gluten-free. And then salt. So this is my brown rice flour and salt. That's also going to help with binding the flour. And then, okay, so then this gets blended up. Yeah, it is quieter than my blender. My blender would not be this quiet. And I do scrape it down and then start it again. And depending on your tofu, you might want to, because it is an extra firm, I did blend it a little longer, to process it a little longer just to get it the texture to be a little more smooth. So I'll do it a little bit more. And I don't have the hot plate, so you are going to heat up the sugars, but I did that back there since we couldn't find our hot plate to do it up here. So this is what it looks like. This is the cup of coconut sugar, the 2 teaspoons of molasses, and and the maple syrup. So those 3 are the sweeteners for this pie. The coconut sugar has a lower glycemic index, which is really nice because it's than like table sugar. And the molasses has molasses is actually just a byproduct of like sugar processing, and it has a ton of nutrients, iron, potassium, and calcium. This is 20% of iron per tablespoon for your daily value. So I've heard some people, if they have low ferritin or iron counts, they can take a teaspoon of this. They can take it straight, or they can mix it in with some water every day, and that can help boost your iron level. So that's a natural way to, and easily absorbed by your body. So those 3 get, the ones I made at home, I did for like 10 minutes, and then it'll come to a boil. You want to whisk it, but it'll get nice and melted all together. And then that was the milk and it's not sauerkraut, I just reused the jar. Don't worry. Right. No, we do. So then the coconut oil will go get mixed in here. Yes, it gets mixed in here. Oh, it solidified. It was okay. So then I will have to heat this up, but or I could scrape it in here and it'll probably melt, actually, now that I'm saying that. So when I poured it in here in my warm oven this morning, it was nice and liquid, and now it is solid. That's the beauty of coconut oil. So you can mix it in here. It'll melt now because that's hot. And I'll whisk it together. Okay, yeah, it's melting right in there. And then I'm going to move this tofu mixture into a bowl. And we will combine. When you guys get the pecan pie, it's going to be in slices. So maybe if one of the helpers could bring one of the pretty ones with like the pecans on top, and they can see what it'll look like when it's all done. But okay, so then I'm going to put the tofu mixture in this bowl, and essentially we will mix. Aren't they such good helpers? Okay, so then I will mix these 2 together. Yeah, so if you want to come up here and hold it up. So once I mix these 2 things together, yeah, I'm going to add pecans, the chopped pecans, to this mixture as well. We pour it into our pie crust. I took the easy route just for this class and just bought some frozen pie crusts. We have some, I don't know if anyone's gluten-free. We have some gluten-free pie crusts. So if you need that, let us know. So these are just a buy-low. They come 2 in a pack. They're frozen. This is the whole wheat kind, and then we have a gluten-free kind that is brown rice flour, I think they use. So yeah, so then I would mix these together with, and then I'll add the chopped pecans, and it gets poured into the pie crust. And then you can decorate it. You can just do the whole, once that gets poured in, you can decorate it with your pecans on top and make it fancy if you'd like. I started running out of pecans, so some of them didn't get fancy, but it still will taste fine. So if you don't want to do that, that's fine too. So then I will pour it in here, and then it gets baked. You'll want to put it on a baking sheet when you put it in your oven. So put your pie crust on a baking sheet, and it gets baked for an hour at 350 degrees. That's it. Is there any questions about that?
That thickens right up.
And it will. I know. I was skeptical. I hadn't made it in like 10 years, and I made it this morning, and I was like, oh, that's really. But it sure did. It takes the whole hour. Don't try to pull it out before that hour, though. Yeah.
It's just so interesting to think of you get a fair amount of protein that you need in your dessert.
That's right. Yeah. So you wouldn't think. Yeah, good point. Patty's pointing out that you can you're getting some protein in your dessert. So, bonus. So, yeah.
Mexican recipe?
No, this is from my dad's side of the family, the southern United States.
Well,
Yeah.
The best pecan pie I ever had was in Mexico City.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Thank you. Can you help me take this back? All right. And somebody else will be coming to do the next demo. Yes. You can put it back where it was. Thank you.
Well, let me check the digital device, 5:30.
Okay, Rebecca's coming next, and she's going to do the ginger pudding cake. Okay, and we have the desserts out there and ready to go for when everybody's done eating. We'll start bringing stuff in. We'll pick up plates, and I'm glad to see that a lot of you have left some on your plate. I've encouraged people to do that. Never eat more than what you can handle.
I just realized.
Yeah.
Becca?
Okay, what about freaked out by everything?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I don't have a pocket. Put it on my belt at my back.
Okay, you're Mom?
More than 5 minutes. Do you want to carry something, Nolly? You bring me this. Just bring me this, yeah. Can you bring the kettle? The kettle of hot water.
Rebecca, you need help?
I have good helpers. I just need to get through here. Muchas gracias. Yeah. I need a recipe. It's like the loose one on the back that's not attached to it. Oh, it is attached. It did get attached. Good evening, everyone. I have the pleasure of demonstrating one of my favorite desserts. Can you hear me okay? Pardon? It's by the coffee thing, the coffee craft. Just lift it off and bring it here. He said it's on. Should it need to be any closer than that? I don't know.
Just use your outside voice.
Just use my outside voice? So one of my favorite desserts to make for my family is this Mia's Warm Gingerbread Pudding Cake. It's very interesting, and you'll see why. So I took this recipe from Whitewater Cook's cookbook, and then I just cut the sugar a little bit, and I used something different for the egg. Now you've probably already, I don't know, how many of you substitute eggs regularly? And what do you use for your egg substitute?
Flax or chia seeds.
Flax or chia seeds. So that works very well. In fact, I did one of them at home with the flax and chia seeds. But I also use, and this is what I used in the ones that we're going to sample, is chickpea flour. So I will use 1/4 cup of chickpea flour and 1/4 cup of water. And you have to beat it it tends to lump up. So if you add your water slowly to it and just beat it as you're doing it, it helps a lot. So the first thing I do, well, of course I greased my pan already. So there's my greased pan. And then I have my flour. So I used all-purpose flour for the ones that I did here, but I'm doing this one with a whole white wheat. I ground it myself. I just bought this. It's a light colored wheat. It kind of looks like white flour. So I haven't tried it before. I'm going to try it because I really like to use whole grains. I don't like to use a processed white wheat flour. If I do, though, I make sure that it's not bleached. So I always get the unbleached. So I have my flour here, and I have all my spices, my baking soda, which I don't like to use all the time, but once in a while is okay. So I have all my spices, my salt, and my baking soda. And I'll just put that in there and give it a nice whisk. And actually, because I'm using ginger powder and baking soda, I would normally put it through a sifter or something just so that there are no lumps in it. So I just set that aside and have it all ready. And then I still need one thing. Can you get me the electric mixer that's in the black bin under the table where the lentil roast is? So I'm going to use, right, the recipe calls for butter. And I tried one with coconut oil and it worked well. But I also have this, it's Melt. The name of the product is Melt. And it says it works just like butter. And it turned out really nice. I made, that is a very good question if someone wanted to look it up online. I think it's coconut oil based, which is why I tried it with just plain coconut oil, and it worked okay too. I think the more simple your ingredients, the better. So I have butter, my butter substitute. Thank you very, very much. There's a plug-in over here. We'll plug it in. Then I have my white sugar, and I like to use the organic cane sugar from Costco. It's a little less processed than regular white sugar. And I'm going to beat this up till it's nice and creamy. There we go. I didn't mix up my egg yet. I should have done that very, very first. But it's okay because it doesn't have to sit like a flax egg does. So here I have my chickpea flour. And if you're using a flax egg, you will want to do that first because it needs like at least 5 minutes to sit. I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to use some of this warm water. That'll be good for it. So 1/4 cup of chickpea flour and 1/4 cup of water. Put it over here. Maybe you can see. Camera should be lower. If you've never tried cooking with this kind of stuff, you will notice that it has a little bit of a strong smell to it. But once you bake it, it goes away. Especially if you put some yummy things with it, then you don't see it. You don't taste it. All right, so I'm going to add this. This is getting a little dirty. Put this in with my butter and sugar. How many of you like baking desserts? You? You like eating them? I think I like baking them more than I like eating them, if they turn out. If they don't turn out, then it's like, ugh, my day's over. Okay, so I'm going to mix the molasses and the hot water. More molasses. Remember how healthy it is? Lots of iron. And you know, I am one person that has struggled with low iron my whole life. Not so much now, but I did earlier. And I love eating my molasses with peanut butter. And then you can throw in some flax and make it even healthier. It tastes good with it. Is that half a cup? I'm using the hot water to help melt the molasses. I want it just right. I think you all are probably ready for dessert now, huh? Relax. There we go. Maybe we'll put this in the oven here and you all can smell it cooking. It smells so good when it's cooking. When I was making it today, my daughter came in the house and she said, "It smells like Christmas." All right, scrape the sides down here. Get my butter all down in there.
You say you use baking soda or baking powder?
Baking soda.
Baking soda.
Yep. One thing I like about using baking soda, probably the only thing, is that you can mix it and mix it, mix it. Do you want to help me? You can pour this in slowly. It says to alternate, just a minute. Alternate adding the flour mixture and the molasses mixture. We're gonna just do it all at once, or we'll alternate. But you can go ahead and add it, just slowly. This is as low as it goes. Go ahead and dump it up.
Oh?
Yep, and we might have to use a spatula to scrape it out. Do you see the spatula there? Yeah. Beautiful. That's good. Thank you, Carolina. I think that's it. And my pan there. I want to mix it till it's like no lumps left. They didn't tell me if I have a time limit.
You beat it for an hour.
Should be good. All right, so now this is ready to put in my pan. It says you can use an 8-inch square pan. I like to usually use it in an oval pan, but all my oval pans were used up for the other ones, so I had this left over. All right, this is the interesting part. I'm going to use 1.5 cups of hot water. And I'm going to put the rest of my butter in here. I'm just going to whisk it in here till it's all melted. I think if you were going to use like coconut oil, you would need to add a little bit of salt. Just a little bit. because this butter is salted. So I'm going to sprinkle the sugar on top of the cake batter that's in the pan, and then I'm going to pour the hot water, buttery hot water on top. Sometimes when I tell people about this recipe, they'll often say, my grandma used to make something like that.
I was just saying my mom taught something like that, so that
Right?
was about right.
There's another recipe, I think it's in the Oshley Glows cookbook, like the first one, that is a chocolate pudding. And it has like some espresso stuff in it, and you do it the same way. So you would put the cake batter in the pan and then pour your hot water mixture over top. So I just want this to get evenly spread over top, and it will help to make a nice crispy top after it bakes. There we go. So when I pour it on here, I'm going to pour it over this spoon, because if I just pour it straight in, it's going to make a hole in the middle of my cake. So I'm going to pour it over here a little bit.
So if you didn't use the chickpea flour and the water instead of egg,
If you didn't,
would you use?
just one egg.
Only one?
Yep. And if you used flaxseed, you would use a tablespoon of flaxseed and 3 tablespoons of water. And it's really good that way too.
That's an egg substitute as well.
Yep. That would be for 1 egg.
How much was that again?
1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed and 3 tablespoons of water. And I didn't bring my finished one up here. Let me run get it. I'll take this one. It's going to go in the oven, and we'll smell it cooking, and I'll be right back with my finished one so you can see what it looks like. Right? Instant. You guys don't have any of the warm gingerbread pudding on cake on there.
Huh? Gingerbread pudding?
It's in the bin.
It's in a bin?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's over here. Yep. Needs to bake at 350.
Yeah, it is on, and I'm finished bake the
Okay.
egg and then I put it.
Can we turn it up?
Okay, where is the
Pudding.
pudding? We
It's
can
right
add
here.
it on.
Who's that for? Is that for me?
Sorry about that.
Is that for me?
Am I just doing the chocolates?
Ta-da! So you can see that the top is kind of floating on it, and that it kind of has a syrupy, creamy bottom to it.
He was saying, are you on?
No. It does not come firm. So when you scoop it out and you put it on your plate, you're going to have a saucy, like a gravy texture on it. And we're going to serve it with some whipped cream. Yeah. See how it looks? The sugar is kind of crystallized on the top. Yeah. It's very yummy. I'll clean up. I'm all done.
Are you done yet? Well, you don't need to clean up for me. I don't have anything to put down. Yeah, that's just my mom used to make it with chocolate.
With chocolate.
Yeah.
I love the ginger in it. Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool because the cake rises to the top and cooks like that.
Here you go, Rebecca. It looks beautiful.
I just need to go and make sure they find the cream for it. I brought brought coconut cream. So I brought coconut cream to go on top. And it's just coconut cream, a little bit of maple syrup, and some vanilla.
What? Really? So I'm good now. Now they can stare out.
Okay. Am I on here? Yes, I am. I can hear myself. So my dessert is very, very difficult. There are 2 ingredients. Unless you want to add something like a craisin on top. I looked for candy canes. I was going to break up candy canes, and it makes it really festive if you poke that in at the end. This is peanut butter and dark chocolate. This chocolate here has baker's chocolate and some dark chocolate, no milk, just 2 ingredients. The peanut butter, some of them are made with crunchy peanut butter and some of them are made with smooth. It's simply peanut butter, no sugar, no anything else in there, nothing but. And you literally use a big measuring cup and you use your microwave, unless you want to melt the chocolate and the peanut butter together on the stove. I do the 20-second intervals of peanut butter and chocolate, stir, another 20 seconds, stir, 3 or 4 times. And then you pour it together, you spread it in your dish with, what's that paper?
Parchment.
Parchment. And then you stick it in the freezer. Stick it in the freezer until you can score it to cut it. That's when you would add your festive touches of whatever you want in there. And then you put them in fancy little cups if you want. And then they make a lovely little gift for somebody when you're going to their house to eat. You just give them the little gift. Easy peasy. Any questions on how to do it? What? You could use almond butter, absolutely. Absolutely. As long as, you just don't want the sugar in it. There's nothing, no sugar. The darker the chocolate, to me, the better the chocolate. There's no milk chocolate in it. It's all dark chocolate. So, and I got it all at Bilo, so easy peasy.
If you don't own a microwave, you just melt everything together and then pour it in.
Melt it together in your pan on low heat, because it will stick and it will burn. And pour it in your parchment paper dish and put it in the freezer. Okay, I'm sorry there's so many ingredients in that. It's hard to keep track of, but
That was way too complicated.
you're never going to make it because it's too complicated, right?
That's right. And it's delicious. It's really good.
Okay, I also did the pecan-topped sweet potato dish. And the sweet potato, yeah, that's the secret to doing the sweet potato dish and making it sweet is baking. So I cut them into thirds and I bake them. And they make this natural syrupy sugar that is amazing. There's no sweetener in there at all.
I couldn't really say what that secret ingredient was.
Baking the potatoes. Baking the potatoes in the skin. And when you take them out, there's almost a syrup on them. So then I just squeeze the flesh out of the skin and mash. Add a little bit of almond milk or whatever kind of milk you want that's vegan. And your favorite spices. I use nutmeg, allspice, and cinnamon. And then to make the pecan topping, I use chopped pecans, a little bit of brown or coconut sugar, some vegan butter softened, and I used almond flour. No, actually on this one I used oat flour. I ran out of almond flour. Just stir that together and put it on top of your casserole dish of the potatoes and stick it in the oven and bake it for about 35-40 minutes. So I'm a easy cook. You know, if there's 4 or 5 ingredients, I'm in. So, $3.50. Any questions? Don't put this by the microphone. Okay. You're welcome. Thank you for coming.
You're a natural, Jake. You're a natural.
Everybody got some of these? I'm sure, yes. They're on the plates. Seems like there's extras. You see the crunch in there? This one has a craisin on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. I put them in a little, you know, whoever drops me off a box of whatever that's got a nice box, somebody else gets it with these inside. That's it. I'm a simple cook. Yeah, yeah. No sugar added. And no sugar in the peanut butter, no sugar in the chocolate. And it's still sweet enough. So, I know. Look at all the sugar we're going to save. Oh, that looks good on you. Oh, how old is that baby? Very new? What's his name?
Jacob.
Oh, beautiful. Do you want one with a craisin in it? Craisin. You're welcome. Okay.
Thought I didn't get one.
Oh, I would never forget you. Never, ever. Never will I forget you. If I had to give mine up, I would.
Okay, let's do the draw here. It's almost 6 o'clock, and let's see here. No, I'll do this here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. If you have any questions about any of the other items that are in there, feel free to ask. Okay. Well, when we're done here, we're taking a 15-minute walk. How about that? You've had tons of fiber tonight, so it should be pretty good at holding your sugars halfway decent. So, all righty. I think we'll do the, yes, Patty.
I just want to ask two things. I got the lentils. So you say, like, what kind of lentils do you make? Because I've kinds of lentils.
Yes, I use the green ones. Janie, can you, on the thing, what do you call it, that wooden bench on the other side there's a bag of lentils. Could you just bring them in to me? Yeah. Actually, it only takes about a half an hour to cook the lentils. So you can just go ahead, cook your lentils, have them in the fridge. And you know what's so neat about that lentil roast? Is that all you have to do is mash it up, add a little bit of, we use the vegan mayonnaise and a little bit of onions, or I mean, if you like fresh onions in there, and pickles. It makes it absolutely fabulous sandwich spread. No, that's it, yeah. So this is them. It doesn't take that long. You wake up in the morning. I just wash mine in my sieve and just put it underneath the tap, let it drain, bring my water to a boil, pop it in, bring it to a boil again, turn it down, time it for about a half an hour, and you're done. Yeah. Yep. Yes. These are thanks to the food bank at the Better Living Center. At the Friendship Center. No, those are a totally different kind of pea. Yeah. But these are the ones, these are my favorite. I have an absolutely fabulous lentil soup recipe. Oh my goodness, it is so good. And so these things are really high in protein. They've got good fiber. And one thing I like about that, and I was just sharing over here, not to diss on anybody's turkey at Christmas time, but when you have one serving of white meat of turkey, you're eating about 105 milligrams of cholesterol. If you eat this here, there's none. Okay, none. And you have fiber in this, where in animal products you never have fiber. You need fiber. Your body needs fiber desperately. So, start cutting back on a little bit of those things that have the negative effect on it and add some of this. So maybe make the lentil roast for Thanksgiving or whatever, and have a little bit of both. Just cut back on one and eat more of the other two. Whatever you want to do, or just try it totally different.
And then you used to make that, bring the crock pot to the food bank and we'd give it up to people. And you would just put lentils in the crock pot with some chicken broth or something, right?
Oh, yeah, I think we did. Yeah, we did. We did stuff like that. I got to remember back to what we did. We've been doing this for 4 years now, so yeah.
So you used to always bring the crock pot
Yeah.
to the food bank and then
Yeah, that's right.
and we scoop a little bit and cut
Yeah,
all the people
yeah.
right out.
Yeah, and you can just eat it on rice. That's right, we did do that. And, it's really important because with food prices rising the way they are, health, look at our health system. Think about it. What are we facing? We need to start looking at ways that we can keep ourselves healthy, right? And it's not going to hurt you. Stuff that has good protein in it, right? Stuff that has good fiber in it and nutrition. Oh, any kind of a bean, they all have a different little bit level, but maybe the next time we do one, we can do one on soups, because I know we have, like I said, I have a great recipe on this here. I also like to add like chickpeas to it, and I've got some other seasonings, and it reminds me of the Tunisian soup that they sell at Bilo, and you can make it yourself for like a whole lot less, right? Because their bag is about like this, and it costs $10. Okay, so you can make this at home probably within a half an hour, somewhere in there. So while those lentils are cooking, just chopping your stuff up, getting it put in, and you have your meal for the rest of the week. In some ways, you can have some every day or every other day, keep it in your fridge, but no longer than 5 days. That's not good to do. And don't leave your food out. We're getting more reports here and there of poisonings and things like that. Always keep your food refrigerated. Really, really important. Okay. Pardon me? Yes, and you can freeze it as well. Good point, Eileen. Thank you. And so it's stuff that you can use later on. Some of it you might find a little bit more mushy after it's been frozen, but it still tastes great. Not a problem. Yeah, well, I do. When I make mine, I add a little bit of curry, a little bit of cumin, a little bit of coriander, different little things like that. And it's just an amazing hearty soup that you can't miss. Like it's great. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, you do actually, because this is when I was up at Hawklip, one of the elders said to me, I get it now. I know what you're saying. You get filled because of the nutrition. That's right. You get filled because of the nutrition. Because you can sit and eat bags of Potato chips. Lay's were the first ones I ever saw in my life when I was 10 years old. And I'm still addicted to them today, so I don't ever really try to buy them or put them in my home.
Dad used to say you can't eat just one.
Yeah, it's the truth. Thank you, Glenn. So anyways, you know, I'm glad you're here tonight. And we were just discussing there, we should have had smaller plate loads for you because nutrition fills you up. And you don't have to eat as much as what you're used to. So I was glad to see that some people were able to and not felt bad to leave it on their plate, okay? That's important. If you ever overserve yourself, do not feel that you have to sit there and eat it. A lot of people have been trained since childhood that they have to eat what's on their plate. And you don't. You're eating your way into health issues, especially digestive issues. Yeah.
Notice there's a lot more emptier dessert plates than there is.
Well, yeah, because how many big pieces did we put on them? We put little tiny ones on. We wanted you to just taste them. And we had some Rolos that we had wanted to make, especially for Cynthia. And they're really good. Maybe next time we'll do Rolos. So I think she would enjoy those. So it's amazing what you can do, though, without sugar in it, right? Yeah. And then, not only that, are dates sweet? Yes, but what else do they have in them that helps counteract rising your sugars? Fiber. That's right, fiber. Fiber is huge. Okay, shall we carry on then? Shall we do these three lovelies first, okay? All right, and so I need somebody who's impartial. Okay, Carolina, come. No, you can't look. Just got to stick your hand in. Okay, come here. Can you read it? Who is it?
Jamie?
Jamie.
Jamie.
Who's Jamie? Okay, one of these is yours. So you pick up the one you want, and there's another one here of the three. Okay, let's put it down. Let's see who the next one is. Quick, grab it. Okay, who is it? Jaden. No, I don't think Jaden's going to want that. Jaden's 6 years old. Okay. I mean, he might like it, absolutely, but not sure where you'd put it. Cynthia, James, you have one. Okay, Cynthia, you have one of the. Yeah, okay, and we'll do one more for the.
has one.
No, Grandma will take care of Jaden. I just bought one for the house, so not a problem. Oh, no. Here. No, we're not giving them to little kids, sorry. No, not you either, because we have one at home. Crystal. Crystal. Okay, so we have the three, yeah.
This was beginning to look like the American election, but not all the ballots were being counted.
I'm getting into political strife here. Okay, now you've got, yeah, there should be 4 of those plants on your table. So if your name is called, you can pick one of those plants you can take. And if I remember correctly, and I think we said this already, just put it in the sun and it should be good. But I wouldn't put it too hot. You don't want all the wax to melt either, so might have a pool of who knows what. Okay, who's the next one? Right here.
I pick it now?
Yeah, you pick again. You got chocolate in the end of your nose. Did you know that?
Well, at least it was good.
Yeah. Okay. Joni! Woohoo! Pick yours. And I want you to know all those little people that were on your silverware are your Christmas tree hanger gifts, okay?
Do I get to pick again?
Yeah. Okay. Patricia Tripp.
Patricia
Tripp.
Tripp.
Yeah. Patricia. Yeah. So you get to pick yours, Patricia. Yeah, we do. but that's the last name I got there. I know Patty's. Yeah. Okay. Kristen. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here you go. Just pick the one that you want so that we have them removed from the centerpiece, okay?
Glenn.
Glenn, you got one. Woohoo! There you go.
And another one?
Yeah.
Carol M.
Carol M. That's you, Carol. You can grab one. There you go.
Another one?
Yeah, and another one.
I love picking these out.
And Sophia, maybe you can get the carrots ready to go too, okay? For handing out to everybody. There's 2 bags of them in there. Linda S. That's Linda Sampson. Okay. All right, let's go. Brandy. Brandy, there you go. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Another one?
Yeah. How many more do we have left?
2 on this table.
And 1 on this table. So we have,
You don't have to do anything with these, just
no.
set them in the sun.
Yeah. 5 more to go. Okay, go ahead. Just 1.
Better pick my name around
Rhonda.
Rhonda White.
Rhonda White. Woohoo! Okay. No, don't put it back in. Well, think you're partial.
Kim.
Kim. Woohoo! Okay. All right, we'll give it another hustle here. Here you go. Okay.
Tammy.
Tammy, okay. Is that all gone from your table there? Okay, is that table done? Okay, here we go.
Kathy Lawrenson.
Kathy Lawrenson. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Your table's done. Okay, good. Is there one more here? Okay, one more in this table. Turn it around the other way.
Patty.
Oh, I think it's Aunt Patty. Yeah, so Patty, you grab the one from this table. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Glad you enjoyed your evening, and we look forward to seeing you again. And you can take your carrots for someone else at home, hey? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, so there you go. Yes, we did. You're welcome. You're welcome. We're happy you all were here with us today, and we hope you have a happy holidays coming up, and we'll see you in the new year, hopefully, okay?
So there's no more cooking classes this year?
Probably not this year, yeah. We'll probably start in January, but I don't know if Joni has any.
Well, we still have lunches on Tuesday in the basement.
You mention it. You do it.
Okay, I'm supposed to mention it without the mic. I'm Joni Giannoni. Tomorrow morning, after eating all this, we have started a group we started last week. It's called Way Better, and you can spell that any way you want. Life can be way better if you're healthy, or you can be way better when you step on the scale. And we're meeting at 9:30 here tomorrow morning, and what we do is it's a support group for people who want to either lose weight or just be healthier. And what we do is we have an optional weigh-in at 9:30. Most weeks it's 10:30, but we've got the
Holiday tomorrow, yeah, so.
Then we sit in a circle and we share how we're feeling, what our challenges are, what's going well, what's not, and we finish up with something motivational and also share some tip about healthy eating.
Yeah.
Last week it was water, and Elaine sent us away with homework to research what's good about drinking a lot of water.
Yes.
And so we're meeting again. Anyone's welcome, no commitment, no fee.
No, nothing.
No shaming,
Yeah.
nothing. It's just support. If you're trying to get rid of some of this food we just ate, way better
That's right. Way better. It is very good, absolutely. Cabbage is also in the group of vegetables that's very good at cancer fighting.
And this
Yeah.
is a combined effort of the Better Living Center
And Patty and yeah,
and the Friendship Center.
Yeah.
Just kind of doing this all together.
yeah. So welcome. If you come, like I said, like she said, this week is a little early. Tomorrow it's at 9:30. The following weeks will be at 10:30 Monday morning. Thank you. Okay. Thanks for being here, everybody.
You've been busy all day, haven't you? That would be kick back, relax. Yeah. Thank you for helping. I love the sound of your name.
We're not getting it.
Did it about 4 times in a row. It's actually very old.
Well, ladies, that's the problem.